let's be honest. In modern manufacturing, data can feel like total chaos. It's coming from everywhere all at once, and just trying to make sense of it is a constant battle. So today, we're going to dive into how an AI workflow engine called Daxi is promising to turn all that chaos into calm, predictable control. Let's see how it works.
If you work in manufacturing, this question probably hits close to home. You've got countless data points, right? They're scattered across all these different systems, and getting a single, clear, real-time picture of what's happening on your factory floor feels, well, nearly impossible. But imagine, just for a second, a totally different world. What if you could see the warning signs before they turn into huge, costly problems? What if you could bring all that scattered info into one place and react instantly? That's the dream, right? Shifting from being reactive to being proactive. And that's the core idea we're digging into here. And that's where something called Daxi comes in. The simplest way to think about it is as the central nervous system for your factory. It's a single hub designed from the ground up to manage and make sense of all those complex processes happening every single second. So what is Daxi at its heart? It's an engine where a procedure you've already defined gets automatically kicked off the moment a specific event happens. And that's the key phrase here, event-driven. It's not sitting around waiting for someone to ask it to do something. It acts the very second something happens. Now, the best way to really get your head around this event-driven idea is to think of a super smart package hub. Events, like new sensor data or a quality alert, arrive like packages. Daxi instantly sorts them, analyzes the information, and even looks up related data from the past. And then it delivers the most important part, an actual insight, like an alert or a report, to exactly the right person who needs to see it, right when they need to see it. Okay, so that sounds great in theory, but how does Daxi actually pull all of this off? To figure that out, we need to pop the hood and take a look at the core components that make its AI engine tick. The secret sauce is really in these 5 core modules. They all work together, kind of like a highly specialized team of experts, each with their own job to do. Each one has a very specific role. You've got flow, that's your project manager, laying out the sequence of tasks. Context is the researcher, digging up all the relevant history and real-time data. Insight is the data analyst, spotting weird patterns or anomalies. Serve is like your personal AI assistant, able to summarize everything in plain language. And holding it all together is the gateway, the central hub that connects Daxi to all of your factory systems. But here's what's really, really important to understand. Daxi isn't just about pure cold automation. One of its most powerful features is how it deliberately weaves human expertise right into the workflow. It does this with a concept called human in the loop, or HITL for short. And this is a big deal, because no matter how smart an AI gets, for those really critical decisions, you still want an expert making the final call. HITL is basically a built-in safety feature that requires a person to give the final okay on any important automated action. It's the perfect mix of AI's incredible speed and good old-fashioned human wisdom. And of course, an intelligent system like this also has to be completely transparent. I mean, you need to know exactly what's happening, as it's happening, right? To make sure you have that total visibility, Daxi uses something called server-sent events, or SSE. And the easiest way to think about this is to go back to our package tracking analogy. It's literally like real-time package tracking for your factory's entire workflow. SSE gives you a live, constantly auto-refreshing view of every single process. You're always looking at the latest status without ever having to hit refresh. Okay, that's enough of the theory. Let's see how all this technology actually comes together out in the real world. We're going to walk through 2 super common scenarios that you'd probably find on any factory floor. So first, we got to understand the 2 different situations. You've got a planned change. That's something you do on purpose, like deciding to tweak an oven's temperature. Then you have an unexpected issue. That's the problem that just pops up out of nowhere, like a sudden spike in bad parts. And as you'll see, Daxi handles these 2 things very differently. All right, let's follow a planned change. First, an engineer requests to raise the oven temperature. Immediately, Daxi starts grabbing all the data from before and after the change. Then it analyzes that data to see exactly how it affected product quality. And here it is, the crucial step 4, human approval. A manager reviews the whole analysis and has to give the final sign-off. Once they do, boom, an automated report is generated that documents the entire thing. But an unexpected issue, that needs a much faster, more urgent response. So an alert goes off. Defects are spiking. Instantly, Daxi is already digging through its database, looking for similar things that happened in the past. It then suggests possible root causes. An expert reviews those suggestions and approves a fix. But it doesn't stop there. Daxi then verifies if the fix actually worked before generating a final report. See, the goal isn't just a quick patch. It's to create a systematic solution so this problem doesn't keep happening over and over again.
So we've seen the what, and we've seen the how. Now let's get down to what is, for my money, the most important part. Why does any of this actually matter? What's the real difference here? The Daxi difference really boils down to 4 simple core values. First, it's easy. It's built to speak your factory's language, using your team's own terminology so it feels natural. Second, it's safe, because that human-in-the-loop feature makes sure experts always have the final word. Third, it's fast, because it reacts instantly to events. And finally, it's traceable. Every single action is automatically documented, creating a perfect audit-ready record of everything.
And when you put those 4 values together, you get the ultimate payoff. No more jumping between 10 different software systems, no more spending hours and hours on manual documentation. You get to see, execute, and document your entire workflow, all in one place. It's that simple. You know, the era of data-driven manufacturing isn't something that's on the horizon, it's already here. And the heart of it is AI that can react to events in real time, turning raw information into intelligent, decisive action. As our factories get smarter and more connected every day, the old ways of managing workflows just aren't going to cut it anymore. The future of manufacturing is event-driven, and it's powered by AI. So the only question left to ask is your factory ready for it?